How's it going, NPC Nation? Welcome back to a brand new video. This video is going to be about cartoons with side plots. Or the video is going to be called Why I Like Cartoons. Or Why Cartoons with Side Plots are Great. So, there's a bunch of cartoons out there. There's cartoons that break the fourth wall. There's action cartoons. There's cartoons that have just stick with one story. Cartoons that have complex plots. There's a bunch of different cartoons out there. So there's one cartoon genre that no one talks about. Well, it's not really a genre, but it's a cartoons that have side plots, like Family Guy. Family Guy has the main story and then the side plots. Like, I searched up, I did my research, like Gravity Falls, something like that. Like, I don't know, just cartoons with side plots in general. So there's a bunch of cartoons out there. I can't really name them all, but when the cartoon goes from a main story and then has its second story, which is side plots, in one episode, is great to me because it uses all the characters, all the main characters that they put. Like, if you put one big character, like, this is the main character, this is whose show it is. Like, just make a show. Oh, Gleep Glorp is the main character of this show, right? I'm just making up a show, but this character is the main character of the show, and then there's the not really side characters, but they accompany the main character, but they have their own story, which is the side plot. So the main characters fight in the main battle, the main story, and then the side characters that accompany the main character, the basically side characters, is the main story, the main characters. So there's a bunch of different things out there. There's a bunch of different cartoons with side plots. I can't really name them all. I know Family Guy is one that uses all characters that have their own story. So, like, you follow Peter, and then Peter, like Brian or Stewie or Meg or Chris have their own story. Or Lois has their own story going on in the background. It's basically, it's main characters or characters that accompany the main character having their own story. So one character is doing this thing and fighting the bad guy and doing or accomplishing a goal or just beating an adversary or just not even just a bad guy, just beating the main problem. And then there's the side character. Sorry if you hear my dog in the background, she's sleeping. But then there's the side character, right? Side characters have their own story. And they fight their own adversary or fight their own problems or inner demons or something like that. There's a lot of cartoons like that, which I like. But then there's also cartoons where the side characters get a spin-off, like they get their own show. They're all right, those cartoons, like where a side character gets their own spin-off. But it's not as great as when you're using all characters. It's fun when you see a side character that are spin-off, especially a character that you liked. If it's some random side character, like that didn't have a name, just gets a spin-off, and then it's not gonna be that good. But when it's a side character that has a name, that gets his own spin-off, gets his own main story, then that becomes the side plot then that side character and the side plot character that was in the side plot gets becoming the main character, the main protagonist, which actually is a good thing to expand on the side plot or expand on that side character's main story. Is always a great thing to do for, like, the cartoon. Like, you want to continue with the main story, and the main story ended with your main character, something happened to your main character, or the main character, nothing happened to the main character at all. They split up. They went their separate ways, the side character and the main character split up, went their separate ways. You bring back the side character for his own main story, and he wanted to have his own adventure. Some sidekicks do that. So Robin, for example, when he split from Batman to become Nightwing, Dick Grayson became Nightwing. That's basically having a side character, not really a side character, but a sidekick, which is basically a side character, having his own main story. forming Teen Titans, all that nice stuff, like Robin becoming his own main character. Side plots, main characters, all that stuff ties into, the side character becoming the main character eventually. That's why you see a lot of side plots, because eventually that side character or side plot can become the main plot or main character. Sometimes they get their own spin-off and stuff like that happens when they get their own spin-off. That Robin is just, for example, Teen Titans, Young Justice League, all that stuff. Sidekicks becoming the main character of their own story, which is actually a good concept for animation and cartoons in general. You see those characters develop their own personality, develop their own sense of being a character. And some cartoons or TV shows, just a side character just gets a side plot. That's pretty much it. They don't become main character of their own story. They really don't develop. But some shows actually develop side characters. They develop the main ones that matter. The main ones that matter, what I'm trying to say is the ones that accompany the main character. They're always next to the main character. That's always visible by the main character's side. They don't get their own spin-off, but they still have their own side plot every second to first episode or second episode. Like, what I'm trying to say is every 2 episodes or every episode, they get their own side plot. My dog is snoring up a storm, but never mind that. Ignore her. So, that's what I'm trying to say is side plots are great because they can develop they can tie with the main story, and the main story could tie in with the side plot, or they can stay their own thing. They can stay away from the main story. Usually you see them staying away from the main story, but sometimes when they intertwine with the main story and help the main character beat his main adversary or his inner demons or something like that, or the main character's inner demons, it's a good thing. It's a great concept to see. It's a great thing to watch. It develops plot for the next episode. Cliffhanger episodes are also a great thing to develop the episode. Like, I like cliffhanger animes, like Dragon Ball Z, for example. Cliffhanger shows, cartoons. I like Dragon Ball Z, for example, because it says, on the next time, the next episode of Dragon Ball, like, it tells you, it says on the next time, like, it's going to tell you what's going to happen, but that's pretty much it in the beginning. It's not going to tell you the full episode. You're not going to expect everything. It could have a side plot. It could have something like that. Like those animes, or cliffhanger, like Dragon Ball Z is a great anime, for example. That's a great show, great cartoon. But then there's shows that actually have cliffhangers. Like Dragon Ball Z almost says on the next time, and it shows you what's going to happen. It's not really a cliffhanger, but then there's cliffhangers that are like, on the next time, and then it stops and fades black. Then you're not going to know what happens, or it ends right at a tense moment. Sorry about that. But you guys know what you NPC Nation, you guys know what I'm saying. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, press the share button, press the like button, press the red shiny subscribe button, press the bell to stay notified every time I upload a video. I'll see you guys next video. Tell me what you guys think about side plots in the comments below. See you guys next video. Goodbye.